My name is Vivianne Asturizaga and I am doing a PhD in Ethnomusicology. I was actually brought to FSU somehow. I was working on my flute performance certificate diploma in the Conservatory of the National Music in Bolivia, in Lopez. And a professor from FSU actually went to Bolivia, the flute professor Eva Amsler. She has been a really wonderful person to have around, and in a general sense, throughout my studies, because I did different studies, as you know, I could have a mentor, somebody that I can go to and just kind of brainstorm. Sometimes we have access to so much information and we can feel so many things, but just articulating what it is, the thing that we want or we don't, that's the process is very beautiful, and having somebody walking next to you, it's been just very amazing. If I wanted to do music, I knew I needed to go somewhere else because there was no possibilities for me to actually do that. Unfortunately, that's something I had in my head. I think it's very possible to be in the country and be a professional musician, and I've seen lots of my friends that live in Bolivia that do act as professional musicians, but for me, I felt the need that I needed to go out and seek for information and see for, anyways, I always wanted to travel, so I think it was important for me to further that. But once I got here to the US and especially to FSU, the College of Music here is fantastic. It's just one place where you start seeing the breadth and the intricacies and the complexities and the beauties of music making, and you start understanding that it's not an isolated, I play the flute and that's what I do. That has to have, with all of these fields that you can study music, and you can do music therapy, you can do musicology, conducting, you can do composition, you can do performance, and so many little professions, so many professions that are around that I didn't know about when I was in Bolivia. I finished 4 masters here, and this is my PhD, so you can imagine how much I like being as a student and actually engaging with different students and different people that make me be creative constantly and work around. So I really find a lot of value on furthering your curiosities and being able to experience life in that world. I think it's a privilege to be able to, in my case, because of the support I've been given as a teaching assistant and being able to teach at the same time, and as I am studying, I'm able to interact with different generations, and I'm able to also get in my cave and read whatever I want, so it's like the perfect job, I think. Through my work with the Europe students, for example, I had one of them has been doing a lot of listening and recording places on campus, like Water Fountain in Landis, and going to Westcott or going to the library, and we just sit and we're like, okay, what are we hearing, and start thinking, what does that make us feel, for example. Through her recordings and just thinking about it, she told me actually recently, maybe a couple of weeks ago, how she used to have headphones all the time, walking around and listening to music, but now she's curious to see how does FSU sound. All of these questions that surround sound for me are of importance, and I'm working with these Europe students, or for example when I'm doing a Latin American group, we are like playing all of this music and thinking, wow, what are these places, and what did they hear? What sounds were around them that made them create this? A general thought about grad school is that it's a process. Grad school is a process. It's a process in which you surrender to what is to come and just get out of your comfort zone to some extent, depending on how you are, and just experience life in a different way, at a different level, intellectually, emotionally. The only wish I have is that I could have the knowledge I have right now, like how my brain is working. I'm so excited with the things that I do and how I'm dealing with some emotions. I wish I had this like 20 years ago.